Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. We are back again with another one. We're dealing with the subject of actor Columbus Short shares theory that Stefan, Twitch boss, may have lost his whole life savings. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to talk about that. Got some work to do. I'm going to talk about this. Very interesting. This was pretty much coming out of the New York Post, so, we're going to pretty much talk about that. But it's coming out of the New York Post where this particular actor is making these he call it a theory. So we're gonna pretty much tackle this one, see what we can find, and hopefully we can gain some truth. But Mr. Columbus Short believed that the brother may have lost all his money, all his savings, or something along those lines. So I don't know. We're going to talk about it. Let me add him into the video right here. Do a little editing. Add him into the video. Put him over here. All right. Since we're talking about him, I don't know where he came up with this idea, but we got to talk about it, kind of break this thing down and see where we could go with this one. Shout out to everybody in the chat. How everybody doing? Everybody's good. Okay, let's get to work. Let's get right to work. We got business to take care of. So let's see exactly what's going on here. Again, this is coming out of the New York Post. You can find it over there. Title of the article is actor Columbus Short shares theory that Stefan, Twitch boss, may have lost his whole life savings. Now, it's interesting how this just comes out. It just goes to show how, now I don't know Mr. Short. I don't know why he would use this as a theory, but hey, let's just go with it, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? We got to talk about it. You never know what happened, right? Let's read what it says before we jump to conclusions, right? It goes on and it says, Stomp the Yard star Columbus Short has shared his unsubstantiated theory about what he think could have led dancer Stefan, Twitch boss, to die by suicide earlier this week. Now, if that's his first initial thought, that he lost his entire life savings, wouldn't the wife know? I'm just saying. I mean, again, it's not like he said it's fact. He's using it as a theory, right? I mean, if you lost your entire life savings, would you self-delete? I mean, would you do that? And also, let me make this publicly clear for a lot of people that don't understand social media. When I say self-delete, right, that is the safe word rather than saying suicide. You understand? Normally, when you say the S word 1,000 times, it kind of triggers the algorithm. It make it seem like something is wrong, somebody's doing something, and you get what I'm saying? It's sort of like inviting the police to your live stream. There have been people that deleted themselves on their live streams, right? So when you hear, me say self-delete or they deleted themselves, you should understand that's a safe word. So the Stomp the Yard star Columbus Short basically shared his thoughts his theory about what he thinks could have led dancer Stefan tWitch to die by suicide early this week. The 40-year-old actor who appeared with Boss in the 2010 Stomp sequel, Homecoming, post a since deleted video to Instagram. So he deleted the video, I guess. Damn, I would have probably downloaded the video if I would have known about it. But I guess he deleted the video. Hold on a second. What is this? I don't know what's going on with this thing here. It's bugging out. The 40-year-old actor who appeared with Boss in the 2010 Stomp sequel, Homecoming, post a since-deleted video to Instagram on Thursday in which he claimed that Ellen DeGeneres, former DJ, also 40, may have invested in something that took his whole life savings. It's crazy. But notice how he brought up that woman. But hey, he's saying that he may have invested. Now, why would he say that? Could he have known about this investment? Maybe he invested in it and it went bad too, and he lost money, but he ain't invest a lot. But maybe him and the other brother, Stefan, communicated regarding their investments. Allegedly, I don't know. Could be. But why is he bringing this out now as a cause or a possible reason? I mean, if I lost everything, I would feel bad. You know what I mean? It is what it is. At the same time, if you're a man of means and you came from wealth, it should be easy for you to build back up that wealth again, because you came from wealth. Normally, the man that will cry and give up on life is the man that never had nothing. So for him, the little he has means everything. But a man that came from wealth and know how to have success, you know what got you there. You know about the discipline and the hard work. So it shouldn't take you long to get back. You'll bounce back in 1 year. In 1 year, you should be back on track. You know? So I don't think that's a reason to self-delete. You know what I mean? But he basically said that he may have, I guess, invested in something that took his whole life savings. People made investments. People do a lot of things. This is just a theory, short stated in the 1.5 minute clip, which was screen recorded and posted to Twitter. I might have to find that. I might have to find that clip. I can't really find it now. I don't want to trouble it, but I might have to look. I don't know if it's deleted or not. But it says, short stated in the 1.5 minute clip, which was screen recorded and posted on Twitter. What if you invested something that took your whole life savings? Possibly. It gets rough. Is he making excuses for this man? Is he making excuses for him deleting himself? And shout out to everybody in the chat coming in. Appreciate everybody joining the stream. See a lot of people saying, what's up, Ringo? I see everybody. All right. If you're joining in the show, we're talking about the topic of actor Columbus Short. He is basically, he has a theory behind Stefan deleting himself. He believed that it may be that he lost his entire life savings. That's what he's basically saying here. It says people made investments, people do a lot of things. This is just a theory, short state in the 1.5 minute clip, which was screen recorded. Hold on a second. What is going on here? This thing is bugging out. Okay. Which was screen recorded on Twitter and posted on Twitter. What if you invested something that took your whole life savings? Possibly. It gets rough. Short, who prefaced his claim with RIP Twitch, added, "You guys don't know what people are going through. People are awful. Twitch was amazing, is amazing still. His legacy shall live on." But it's almost like he's implying that Twitch took his life because he lost all his savings. It sounds like that's what he's basically saying here. Like it's like he's justifying it. Like, okay, it's okay that you did it because, I mean, you lost everything. I mean, to everybody that's in the chat, let's get you active. With where your life is right now. With where your life is right now, right? If you were to lose your job, your house, your business right now, and you had to start all over again, do you think that's grounds for self-deletion? I mean, would you result to deleting yourself because of that, or would you give it another shot? Because there's ways you can bounce back. You know, there's people that lost everything, a house fire, and, you know, they set up a GoFundMe and the world just poured in a lot of support and got them back on track. You know, let me see, everybody's saying another shot. Yeah, another shot at it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, just get right back at it, man. You know, a lot of things happen. Some of you may have already experienced that. You know, some of you been through the fire and back, and you know what it's like to lose everything. And you started right back, and you're doing better now than you was before, but you're more thankful and grateful for where you are. You're more content. And you're the type of person that understand that life is not really about having everything and all the possessions, because you know what it took to get you where you are. Right? Let me see. He came from rags to riches. He doesn't look like one that gives up. That's what I'm saying. Look, I've been covering the story for 2 days, I believe. And based on what I've seen thus far, he's a go-getter. He's a guy that been through a lot of challenges, and he's disciplined. So if he did hit rock bottom, he'll be able to easily bounce back. And despite any investments or whatever the case is, it's not like they didn't have money coming in. Again, they're all over social media, TikTok, YouTube, you know, websites. They got different streams of income. So I don't know why Mr. Short would, I guess, well, hey, he can say whatever he wants, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. It goes on and it says, a source close to Boss said that there is absolutely no truth to Short's unsubstantiated allegation. Representatives for Boss declined to comment to the post, which also reached out to reps of Short. The post, which also reached out to reps of Short. Now that we know that it says a source close to Boss said that there is absolutely no truth to Short's unsubstantiated allegation, representatives of Boss declined to comment to the post, which also reached out to reps for Short. So when it says representatives, it kind of rings a little bell, because in the last stream that we did, we talked about how the wife's comments, it sounded like if somebody else wrote that. It didn't sound normal for a woman that just lost her husband. So maybe some of the fam that was in the chat is correct, where y'all was talking about some PR person may have wrote that message. But why would anybody let why would you let a PR person write a message for you about your husband? Like, I don't understand this. Like, can people not just do their own thing so it could just come out the right way rather than like a robot? I don't know. It goes on and it says, after presenting his unconfirmed theory, Short switched his focus and seemed to draw a line to Tracy Christian, who is the owner of Hollywood's only black talent agency and allegedly counts Short as a client. Let me see. Let me scroll through here. Let me see. Columbus Short speaks out on stage during the 2000. That's not interesting there. Okay. Short said he didn't want to speak too much on issues that he suggested may have affected Boss, but he sagized to claiming that Tracy Christian still haven't given me my money. And this is what I'm talking about. So I don't know who is Tracy Christian. Maybe somebody can fill me in who that is. Because he's saying that she owes him money. Who is Tracy Christian? Who in the world is that? Huh? Nobody don't know. Research Tracy Christian. She's a talent agency. I think her and him supposed to have been doing some kind of filmmaking or something, but he was not the type of person to delete himself. This man had what this man had. Well, I know he's not the type to delete himself. I just wanted to know who that woman is so I could get a little background. She's a publicist. Okay. Okay. All right. So, let me see. Let me see. Well, what is this person's problem? Let me see who this is. Who is this person? So it bothers me when people find it unbelievable. Just stop it, please. Why are you upset that people find it unbelievable? And why do they need to stop it? Like, who are you to tell people to stop what they believe? Why don't you stop it? Like, you're not even making no sense. So we should just think like you? Is that what you're saying? Did you have something to do with his death? No, you don't have to. You ain't have to time the person out. Leave them there. You ain't have to time the person out. You know what I mean? They let them speak their piece. You know what I mean? Let them, as long as they not disrespecting, it's good. They're good to go. You know what I mean? Let them speak their piece. And I'm trying to understand their mind, because they're basically saying, you know, they basically have a problem with people thinking that there's no way Twitch would delete himself. So I'm like, so are we just supposed to believe it and let's let it go? Who are you working for? Are you a part of the PR team? And you're upset that we're not believing the narrative that the public put out? The media? I want to know, because, you know, maybe that person that's in the chat is affiliated with, you know, the people behind him being deleted. I don't know. I'm trying to figure who the person is. You know, their comment is interesting. I'm trying to understand people, because they said, so it bothers me when people find it unbelievable. Just stop it, please. So you want to believe that he deleted himself. That's your belief. You want to believe that he did it. Why are you so passionate about wanting to believe he did it? You sound like you happy. It's like you want all of us to just believe that he did it. You sound like you're excited that he did it, and you're a little offended that we don't believe he did it. So it kind of makes me wonder, who are you and who sent you over here? Like, seriously. You know? We don't know what the situation is. We just don't believe that. I don't believe he did it based on what I'm researching. I don't believe he did anything based on the clues, based on the stories that the wife put out there, based on the missing information. I mean, TMZ made a post claiming that they got a so-called note that he left, a deletion note, and they never posted. They never shared the note. And ladies and gentlemen, also be very careful with YouTubers. YouTubers are doing the same thing they did to Shanquella, the same thing they did to Takeoff, to Stefan right now. You got people that are making videos claiming that, like the title says, you wouldn't believe the details inside of his suicide note. We got the horrible details, or the scary details. And when you click on the video, there's nothing there because there is no note. You understand? So it's kind of crazy, you know? But it's crazy. Let me see what else we got here. Did that other person ever come back, or they got scared and left? I don't know. They probably packed their bags and left, right? I don't know. But I'm trying to figure out who paid them to come over, because they sounded like they were happy that the brother deleted himself. It's almost like, well, hold up. Y'all don't believe he deleted himself? I'm offended that y'all don't believe he deleted himself. That's crazy. So we supposed to believe it? Is that what you're saying? So I supposed to believe he deleted himself? I'm not going to believe that. So he basically said that this woman, Tracy Christian, he continued before crassly adding, and I'm not going to kill myself. I promise you that. So pay me my money. Wow. So she owed him money. This is crazy. Wait, hold up. I didn't read the whole part. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I'm missing out on other pieces. Let me read it from the top. Tracy Christian still haven't given me my money, and this is what I'm talking about. Because you got caught up, you can't pay me my money in a trust account. I do not trust your account. I do not trust you, Tracy Christian. He continued before crashly adding, well, he got a beef with this woman. This woman owes him some money. I'm telling you, man, in the industry is dirty. A lot of people work and don't get paid, you know, and I'm not going to kill myself. I promise you that. So pay me my money. I don't know. Maybe Columbus knows something we don't know. Maybe he knows something that goes on in the industry where people are not getting paid their proper just due. The Post reached out to Christian for comment. It is unclear whether Boss had even been associated with her. Well, yes, it's unclear. We don't know that. So, we're just kind of putting the pieces together to see what's going on. Because again, I don't believe he deleted himself. The stories is not adding up. They didn't show us no weapon, what kind of weapon. They changed the story from TMZ. Remember, they said that he walked. They said that Stefan walked to the hotel. Then they switched it up and said he took a Uber. The next day they wrote that he took a Uber to the hotel. Now he don't walk no more. But at first they said he walked it. Wow. Amazing. It goes on and says Boss on Monday checked into a hotel less than a mile from his home, where he died from a self-inflicted gunshot to the head. He was found Tuesday by a maid at the Oak Tree Inn in Encino, California. after he missed his checkout. Boss had been remembered by numerous celebrities, including former boss DeGeneres, who on Thursday expressed how the Music Man brought so much joy to my life. She shared a video from the show's touching finale in the spring, in which she paid a loving tribute to him. It goes on to say, let me see. Okay. Over a decade ago, I met someone who changed my life and our show, she said. Bringing Boss to tears, you always make me smile and laugh, and we put a little something together just to say how much we all love you here. All right. So let me see. That was pretty much his post. So I don't know. It seemed like he had this theory that maybe he lost his life savings and decided to self-delete. I don't believe that. It just doesn't seem like his way. I mean, even people in the comments, let me read the people in the comments, because I'm talking about the comments that under this post. Let me go to that and let's see what the people are saying. You got people that are commenting on the post. You got over 2,900 people that are viewing the New York Post that, you know, made that thing. You see it right there. It says 2.9K is viewing. So they're all reading those comments and the post that I'm talking about right now. So I guess this is an interesting topic. This person named Eric or whatever, he says, I can't think of maybe one good reason to off myself, namely, if I were suffering from an incurable, debilitating illness that would turn me into a vegetable or quadriplegic and make my existence a burden to those I love and care about. I mean, even if that was the situation, why would you still delete yourself? It doesn't even make any sense. Just the simple thought of deleting yourself is crazy. You gotta be crazy to do that. Like, seriously. He says, I am speaking from personal experience. I took care of my dying and ultimately quadriplegic, incompetent and incontinent wife for nearly 22 years. I guess he's now going into an emotional situation of where he was with his wife. I'm not even gonna waste no more time with that because he's in there with his personal traumas and issues. I don't want to waste any more time with that. I want to focus on the main issues, what people are saying. Somebody responded, said, who are you to judge or even understand? I don't know. Those people in the comments can be very emotional. That's why I don't waste my time with it. Because people be in the McDonald's. How about saying the McDonald's? Why am I saying McDonald's? Am I feeling for some damn fries? This is crazy. Yeah, I said I don't like reading the comments from people a lot of times because they be emotional. And like right now in that comment section, they arguing and fighting in there. And I don't got no time for all of that mess. Somebody said, I'll never delete myself, too scared of the Most High. Yeah, if you delete yourself, you're done. Somebody said, you're hungry. Nah, you know what it was? If I would be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. What it was is I'm looking at my phone, right? My wife is actually in the street doing some errands, and she said she's passing by the McDonald's. So I'm looking at my phone, and I'm talking to you and I'm reading I'm reading the text. This is crazy, yo. So it's like I'm watching what's going on and I'm reading my phone. So it's like I'm speaking at the same time. So I said something McDonald's. Y'all probably like, what the hell? I don't know. Well, Ringo, maybe she said, you want me to pick you up some fries? You know? So, I mean, what do y'all think about this? Like, what does the chats think about this? Do you believe that this guy's theory have some sense of truth to it? Do you think that there's a possibility that he may have lost his life savings? Because I doubt that. The wife would have said something. What I want to know is, do he have an insurance policy? That's the next thing I want to know. I need to know that. And if yes, how much is the wife getting? That's what I want to know. I want to know. Somebody got to let me know that information. Because the same thing with Takeoff. The record label has an insurance policy on the artist. So when the artists die, they get payment. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of life insurance policy he had. How much do she get? I want to know. And I want to know because, again, if he lost his life savings, remember we did a stream and we found out that his net worth is $5 million, about, I think, $3 to $5 million. But that could include other different assets and different things. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that's what's sitting inside his bank account. But why delete yourself if you lost all your money? That didn't even make any sense. Let me see what people saying. Hold on a second. Okay. Let me see. Well, yeah. If you definitely and try not to use the S word, because that's why it's I guess not showing up. Just say, if you plan to delete yourself, use that word don't post the S word in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it messes up your comments and it it's difficult to approve them and whatnot. Just say delete, if you're going to delete yourself or whatever, or just say the S word, because like with YouTube, a lot of times when you use certain words, it notified the YouTube police and they come to your live stream to check, to kind of make sure everything is going good, that there's nobody sitting there in a dark room, talking crazy, because we've seen stuff like that on YouTube before. People have deleted themselves on YouTube. That's right. People done that before. And if they sense anything with the chat or whatever, it can trigger certain things to notify them that somebody's doing some unthinkable things to themselves. All right. So I don't believe that he lost his life savings. I don't think that. I think the other guy who said that is just looking for attention because he's mad that some women owe him money. I know all of that already. I know how much he made already. We talked about that in the live stream. Did you see that stream? We talked about all of that stuff, all that information we talked about already. We know how much he made per season, even up to $1 million deal. We talked about that yesterday. So we know he have money. I I'm just trying to figure out why the guy have that theory of maybe he lost his whole savings. Like, who would invest their entire life savings in an investment? Who would do that? That would be dumb. Like, who does that? You would invest some money. You wouldn't invest all your money. That would be crazy. You know? We talked about all of the sacrifice stuff. We talked about all of those different things already. You got to go back and watch the previous streams. We covered a lot of good information over these few days. A lot of information we brought out. Some of the best information that you would find. We've pretty much covered a lot of details. As of right now, I want to know, where is the wife and what she's talking about, what she's doing right now, how she's dealing with the situation, and do she accept that he committed suicide? That's what I want to know. Do the wife accept that he deleted himself? I need to know that. That's what I want to know. Do she accept that? Because here's the thing, if she accept that, that's a red flag. If she accept that he deleted himself, now it's time to start cooking her. I need to know that. If she accept that he did it, then that's a red flag that she got some dirty hands, because it definitely don't make no sense that your wife would not just settle for that. She would be like, something happened to my husband. Somebody did something to him. We need to investigate. You know? That's what she would pretty much do. So I don't know. This is crazy. Yeah, if she accept that he deleted himself, that means she have no confidence in him, and she's basically saying that her husband was a coward. Because if you self-delete, that means you're a coward. That means that you're not a man, you're weak. Because if you have a wife and you have a mom that love you, and you take pictures with your pops that is online and whatnot, why would you self-delete when you got your parents? You could talk to them. You know? Even autopsies don't tell the story. When they do blood sacrifices, they cover all spots. You know? I mean, look at what they did to the late Kevin Samuels. Look what they did to him. They just brushed his entire death under the rug. You don't notice that? When it was very clear that there was a woman with him that night, they just let her go. Imagine that. A man dies, they let her go. She's free. And they just gave us some lame excuse of, he had some heart problem. And they just left it like that. No video, no footage. They didn't identify the woman in terms of what she looked like. There was no news reports about it in terms of, here's the woman who was with him. She's suffering. No investigation, nothing. They just brushed that under the rug. Yeah, he got poisoned. I know that. It's just that they're not going to put it out there. I talked about all of those things in previous video streams. Because when he passed away, we were fighting for his justice as well. We were fighting for his justice. And even though I didn't agree with him, I still didn't want to see the guy die. You know what I mean? Because, at the end of the day, even if I disagree, you still have a right to do what you do, But somebody lined him up, and I wanted to get down to the bottom of it. And I believe that the very people that he claimed was his friends, that they lined him up. And that's what I was focused on. And a lot of people still upset with me till this day. I don't really care. I don't rock with none of these ninjas in these spaces. Keeping it 1,000. Stay in my own lane, do my own thing, and that's it. I ain't worrying about nobody. Simple as that. I got my own walk to do. Got my own life to live. I do my thing. I'm in my own world. I don't see nothing else. Right? So, I don't believe this man lost no money. I think that he was in a bad situation. Somebody called him out of that house to meet up with him. He went to the motel. Somebody put a bullet in his head and they left that hotel. And that hotel may be a part of the whole thing. And they covered it up real good. You know? I mean, all right, let's look at this. Was he a gun owner? Did the wife confirm that he's a gun owner? Did the wife confirm that he took the gun from the house? I mean, don't you think a wife would know that her husband has a gun? These are clues that nobody's talking about. These are clues that people don't consider, right? Let me see what's going on in this chat. His murderer will never be solved. Yeah. That may be possible. If it was a blood sacrifice, you're never gonna get who did it. If it was a blood sacrifice, because they cover these things up real good. You know? But again, if Twitch had a gun, the wife would know what kind of gun, and she would know that it's no longer in the house, which means he took his gun with him. She haven't even talked about him owning a gun or if he had a gun. I'm kind of wondering, like, damn, like, what do she know about the situation? Because again, I look at everything, man, and I always say the people closest to you will line you up. That doesn't mean that she went over there and did it. You know what I mean? But the whole idea of her running to a police station to tell them when she ain't tell the police to come to her house so they could talk just doesn't sound right. She claimed he left the house early in the morning and she didn't find out where he's going. So he just got up out of bed and just disappeared. It doesn't add up. I mean, did she allegedly send somebody to meet up with him at that hotel? Could that be a situation? Because why she went to the police so fast? I mean, she went to the police mighty fast to complain about him not being home, not answering her phone calls. I mean, that's a lot of fare so soon. You know? She said he didn't take his car. Okay, he didn't take his car. Well, this doesn't make any sense. You could have found out that information from the Uber. You could have called Uber and find out his location. You could have found out that he went to the hotel if you were that worried. Because if the Uber came to the house, you can call the Uber company and you could let them know a driver picked up my husband at thus and so address. I need to know exactly where they took him because there's something wrong. She could have did that. Like, this is not making any sense. It's not making any sense. You know, she could have did that. She could have found out his location right there. You know, the taking the Uber is a slick way of how things played off. It could have been. Now check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh boy, here we go. Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what may have happened? You know what may have happened? It could have been a situation where and again, I'm just speculating. It just ringed in my mind. It could have been a situation where Stefan, the wife, and some other people were in a car. And that's why his car was still home. And they took him to the hotel and got him into the hotel. And then she went back home. And because she knew what was going down, allegedly, that's why she went to the police early in the morning, like real fast. And she didn't call them. She went down to the station. She walked, she went inside frantically. That sounds like somebody that knows something going on to me. I'm just saying, I'm just kind of thinking out loud. Now, I told you already that I'm going to start to cook and get down to business, because now things are just looking weird. Let's put it together, fam. She said he didn't take his car, right? She said he didn't take his car. Okay, cool. Question. When was the last time he drove his automobile? When was the last time he drove his automobile? When was the last time he drove his automobile? Because if there is cameras around the neighborhood, cameras around the street, if we could go back a day or two before everything happened, we could tell if he drove his car or not. We could tell if he used his car. Because if that car had been sitting there 2 days before anything happened to him, there's a possibility that the wife may know way more than we could imagine. Because like I said, it could have been a situation where they came from some other place. And that's why they weren't in the family car or in his car. They were in someone else's car. And she was with him, allegedly. And they may have took him to the hotel. Did whatever they had to do. And if you really think about it, if you look at the way that hotel is situated, you literally just anybody could go up and down them steps. I showed y'all that in the video. And they can hide the footage. They could do all of that stuff, man. And then she could just go back home and just say, well, he left the house. Listen, yo, that sounds crazy when you think about it, man. Yo. She could literally have been at the hotel, did whatever they had to do, and then just go back home and then in the morning act like he just left. Is it possible for us to interview the kids? Is that even a possibility? What do you think, fam? Is it if they did a real investigation, do you think it's possible that they can investigate the children? In other words, ask the children about the situation? You know? Because the children will be able to let them know straight up and down. Was your father home? Did your father leave in the morning? Because we don't have no mention of, I mean, don't they have an elder daughter? An elder daughter, so she would be able to comprehend and understand right from wrong. Right? Well, we know they could do all of that permission stuff, but when you get down to the nitty gritty, you know, this is a serious situation. You know, and if she denies, then that means that she got something to hide, if you really think about it. If she denies them permission to ask them any questions, then that would imply that there's some guilt. You know? I'm trying to figure this thing out. I'm kind of looking at this thing. You know? I mean, all we need is footage. I mean, why the hotel? All right, look, why the hotel don't have no footage where they could see him coming in? This is why I don't buy stories, because they could tell you, oh, when he came into the hotel, he didn't appear angry. Okay, could you show me the video footage of him coming in there by himself? Could y'all show that? You know, could the hotel show us the actual video of him walking in there peacefully by himself? Could they show that? See, ladies and gentlemen, if we didn't see that video, if we didn't see it, how do we know they're not lying? If we didn't see him leave his house, how do we know he even left his house? How do we know that? So we live in a world where we just believe whatever they tell us. So basically, somebody can lie on me and you will believe it with no information. That's crazy. I don't believe that man deleted himself. I don't believe that. Because I was watching another video where this guy had a lot of plans, a lot of things that he was working on, a lot of different production things, things related to dance. He had a lot of things that he was working on. So why would you self-delete knowing that you have all of these different things? I mean, we saw Master P in the previous video. Master P said that Stefan was supposed to be invited to a concert as a guest DJ, I believe on the 13th. He was invited to be there. He was supposed to be there. So why would you delete yourself when you're going to be hanging around Master P? Why would you do that? You ever had to go somewhere and meet some important people, or you was about to do something that was really fun and you just couldn't wait to go? Why would you delete yourself before having such a great experience? Imagine you had the opportunity to meet your favorite star or singer. You going to self-delete? Doesn't make no sense. You're going to be in great anticipation of that day just to hang out. Like, wow, I was hanging out with so-and-so and so. Like, you know, let's say if you're a up-and-coming music producer or whatever the case is, and you got a chance to hang out with, you know, some, you know, heavy roller producers in the music industry, and you got to hang in their studios and whatnot and just chill. You know, that's a great experience to kind of sit back and talk to platinum recording artists and ask them their input and output on different situations. That's an experience right there, fam. That's like being an intern for a few hours and you're able to soak up all that information and game from people that are in the industry. You know, they'll be able to put you on to what you need to know, you know? But this doesn't sound right, man. I really think something went wrong, man. This is crazy. I gotta look at more interviews with the wife. I gotta see how she look when she talks to him. I only see them dancing. The only thing I see is the dance. I haven't looked at them communicating back and forth yet. So I need to see video footage of them communicating back and forth, man and wife, and look at the body language, the facial expressions, eye contact. And I need to look at her face to see if they really were together. Because a lot of times people are in relationships and they just exist, but they're not really together. They might live in the same house, but they're not together. Yeah, they got kids, but they're really not together. But they live in the same house, but they're not together. You know, they just do what they do for the kids. But deep down inside, we don't know about their personal business. We don't know about their arguments, their disagreements, any sort of financial issues. You understand? So, and also a lot of times couples do things for social media. Again, I talked about that in my previous streams. Remember, I was talking about the those YouTubers, influencers, LaTruth. and his wife, Miss LaTruth, well, they do their thing for the camera. But deep down inside, they have a lot of drama that goes on in their house. See what I mean? So on the outside, it appears as if, oh, this is a great family, everybody's successful, everybody got a bunch of money. But deep down inside, their family is crazy. They got a lot of problems, a lot of drama, fights, arguments. And that's how a lot of social media couples look. On the outer surface, you think, wow, this is a great couple, beautiful kids, they got a beautiful house. And the whole time they be fighting every damn day. Was there a possible argument, disagreement? I mean, we know in the previous stream she said there was no argument, but that's just her saying that. She could say whatever she want. We don't know if there were. We need to ask the kids. The kids would know. The kids would know. The kids would know if they had arguments regular in the house. Kids would know that, you know, because a lot of people keep things secret and you just never know. Hey, as I said, fam, over time, everything's going to come out. All we got to do is just sit back and just kind of just wait it out. And eventually we're going to get the information that's needed. We just got to sit it out and kind of just wait it out, see what's happening. If you're late to the stream, wondering what's going on, we were talking about how actor Columbus Short basically shared a theory that Stefan Twitch boss may have lost his whole life savings. That's pretty much what the actor pretty much had to say. This guy right here. I don't know why he brought up that theory, but hey, to each his own. He could pretty much say what he wants. It's his opinion. He basically claimed that maybe he have invested in something that took his whole life savings. You know, said it right there. Where is it? Somewhere around right here. You know. Oh, not there. Where I'm doing something wrong. Right here. Yeah. So he may have invested in something that took his whole life savings. I doubt that. I mean, who would invest their life savings and loss it all? That's crazy. Who does that? Especially a black man, that's definitely not happening. He's not doing that. I'll tell you that right now. He's gonna be concerned about his money. You know. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get up on out of here. You know what I mean? Go get me something to eat, because I am hungry. I am hungry, definitely. But I appreciate everybody coming through. If you like the stream and you appreciate the work that I'm doing, I would really appreciate it if you get the likes up. If you will just click the like button. It goes a long way with helping the algorithm so that more people can be notified about my videos so they could gain some knowledge. So if you're in the clouds and you appreciate the work that I'm doing, you like the videos, you like the vibe, you know what I mean? We just kind of sit back, chop it up, talk about these different issues, and you like the work, you know what I mean? It's very encouraging when you support the stream by clicking the like button. It goes a long way. It just shows the algorithm that when I do my shows, people actually are enjoying them. So what YouTube tend to do is just pretty much promote my videos so more people can come to the live. You know, when the likes are down and the likes are low, it's basically telling YouTube that nobody likes your work, nobody likes your streams, so they just don't recommend none of your videos to anyone. So if you feel that other people need to see this content, hey, click the like button, show your support. All right? So, we're gonna get on out of here. Appreciate everybody coming through and rocking with the platform. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Shout out to the mods. You know what I mean? Everybody in the clouds. It is what it is. I appreciate everybody coming by. You know, we're going to have more content for you in the morning. I may come back on again. You know, depending on how I feel, I'll come back on again, possibly with another reactionary video. But yeah, we shared some good information today. Some good information came out today, so I look forward to continuing this conversation. So, you know, it is what it is, fam. It is what it is. So y'all take care. You know, it is what it is. I'll be back on camera over the weekend, possibly in the night. I'll be back on camera, so look out for that. All right. Ringo TV Reactions. Subscribe today for the best reactionary videos on YouTube. Ringo TV Reactions, bringing you the best content on YouTube like no other. Subscribe today and click the notification bell for more content. Ringo TV Reactions. Peace and blessings to everybody in the chat. I'm out, fam. Peace. We out of here.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.